And with us this morning, we have Pat Smith from out at the Heartland of America Heritage Museum. Good morning, Pat. Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to be here this morning.
So you're going to be a part of this Heartland Car Cruise coming up next week out at the museum. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. The Heartland of America Museum will be the first stop on the Poker Run, so we're really excited about that. We're getting prepared for it. And then the next stop will be at the Air and Space Museum, and then Jerry's, and I believe we go on to Lucille's after that as well.
Yeah, several stops. So do you know how this Poker Run works?
Well, I have heard of it before, I'm very familiar with it, but I know that it goes to several different stops, and even at one time goes up by the Southwestern Oklahoma State University. Am I correct?
Out actually, Spaceman.
Spaceman, to the absolutely, to the Spaceman.
Yeah, downtown, Custer, actually
Yes,
Broadway and Main Street.
So many people have come in the museum, and they want the directions to see the wonderful Spaceman downtown, I might add.
Yeah, well, we've got a sign right there for the Heartland Museum.
We certainly do.
Next to the Spaceman, so we hope people will see that sign and come out to see us.
Absolutely. I'll be very honest with you. We've had several people come in recently, and they said, we stopped here because of this Spaceman. And that's some of our stops along the route, and now we're going through the museum and visiting Weatherford to see all the other stops. So
this Poker Run, I guess those who are coming to town that are going to be participating in the Heartland Car Cruise can participate in that program. Is that how that works?
That's absolutely right. And actually, the first place I understand for the Poker Run would be at the museum.
Yeah, they got to register there.
Right, they actually register at the museum.
They won't get a card. So do you know anything about poker?
Yes, I do. I have dealt with it before.
You've been a big poker player, right? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yes, I have. Absolutely. But, yeah, I'm very aware of that. I've been involved in many poker runs, the different stops along the road that they're traveling on Route 66 for different events in the past. So
what they do is they go to these different places, and, they can go to any of them, but they end up filling out a form, and they draw a card. When they go out to the Space Center, they'll go to the desk and say, I'm in the Poker Run.
Yes, absolutely.
And there'll be a deck of cards there, and they'll pull one out.
Each place has a deck of cards.
Yeah. And then they will put that, whatever, they get the ace of spades that they pull out, then they put that on their little form, and they get 5 cards across the run, and then the best hand wins some prizes.
That's right. I don't know exactly what the wonderful prizes are, but I'm sure they're great.
Well, I can tell you. You just happen to know the person that knows what that's all about.
Great. That's great to
hear. For those of you who don't know, I've been very involved with Heartland Museum and been working with Michelle Lee to do this Poker Run. So just in honor, in full disclosure, how about that? So I know probably more about it than Pat does.
Yes, you certainly do.
Mainly because I've been working on that, trying to get ready.
And I'd just like to say what a great promoter that Harold Wright has been for the Heartland of America Museum and many others here in Weatherford as well.
So what you do if you're in this, if you're participating in the Heartland Car Show, you go out to the Heartland Museum, get your form and register, and then you go to these 5 places and pick up and find out what cards you have.
Right.
And the winner is going to win $100 from Wright Meat Radio.
It's wonderful.
Plus a gift certificate and a T-shirt from the museum, the Heartland Museum, and then prizes from all the other places.
Great. So it's just a great event to be involved in, and I know it has been a wonderful event in the past here in Weatherford.
So that's coming up with the Heartland Car Cruise this coming weekend after this one. Right,
on Father's Day weekend. I guess it's the 36th annual one. Am I correct?
It's a big deal. Yeah, I think that's correct. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be honoring Marion Davidson. You knew Marion.
Absolutely. What a wonderful individual from Weatherford that has done so much to promote Route 66 in all areas in western Oklahoma, and has been very involved and was very involved in the Heartland of America Museum. Yes, a very great asset and wonderful individual that I've known for many years.
Well, Marion Davidson, along with Tommy Neighbors and Gary Wilson, are at least 3 of the people that started the car show back in 1990, I believe.
Right. So here we are. Look at the year we're in now.
We started that when I first moved to Weatherford in 91. They I think it was their second year, but it was down at the Means Park, which is near the old swimming pool.
I remember that.
And it was hot down there,
absolutely,
without any wind and air. So they moved it out to the Raider Park 2-3 years later, and it's been out there ever since.
Right. It seems like it grows every year.
It does. Well, it's grown, and we have a lot of cars coming to town for that. But that's coming up a week from Saturday.
Right.
Friday and Saturday, actually.
Yes, absolutely.
So what about the hot dog days out at the museum? What's the deal on that?
Right. We'll be serving hot dogs from 11 o'clock until 1, so we certainly want people to participate in that. We're looking forward to it. I think you'll really enjoy it.
We did that last year. We gave away hot dogs right there by the Porterhouse.
Right.
And the Porterhouse has moved, so we're going to be doing it in front of the museum, and that ought to be fun.
Right, and what a perfect place to actually serve hot dogs, because the Porterhouse is such a popular little diner along Route 66 here in Weatherford.
It was very popular when I was growing up. It was right next to my dad and grandfather's service station.
Right.
And little what they call a Valentine diner, which those were made back in the 40s and 50s, and they were moved into different locations, and one of them ended up being in Weatherford.
Right. And
did Elvis really eat there?
My understanding is Elvis actually ate there, yes.
You know, I actually have proof that he came through.
Right.
He stopped at my dad's
I heard that he
station.
actually went to the window to order, not actually inside the diner.
And yeah, they only had like 6 or 7 stools inside, so
yes.
But they also did orders to go and that type of thing.
Right, and back in the day, that was very popular, orders to go.
So, do you remember what a hamburger and French fries cost back in the 60s?
Well, I know it was very little.
It seemed like it, at least now, looking back, right?
I know, but I guess the dollar did go quite as far then as well.
Yeah, it was 25 or 35 cents for what they call burger and basket.
Right, I was going to say about 35 cents.
They had what they called a charburger, which was 1/3 a pound of hamburger meat on a charcoal grill that they had there in the little Porterhouse.
Right, and don't you think those just tasted absolutely better than any hamburger today?
Well, and I got to tell you, as a college student at Southwestern back when the place was open, there was a lady there by the name of Annie, and Annie worked there, and Edna worked in the mornings, and they split the shift. They worked from like 7 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, and then 3 until 7 at night. I mean, it was crazy. Right.
People were definitely dedicated to what they were doing.
Annie cooked and served. So did Edna.
You did both. Like, now today it's a little different. You have your waitresses and your cooks, and they just stay right in that area. But during the diner days, you did whatever was necessary for sure.
Well, and one person operated it.
One person could do it.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more as you're listening to the Western Oklahoma Wake Up Show, brought to you by Shepherd Home Health and Hospice.
Breaking news. President Donald Trump endorses conservative Mike Mazzei for governor. President Trump says Mazzei is a MAGA warrior and that Mike Mazzei knows the America First policies required to grow our economy, create great jobs, cut taxes and regulations, promote Made in the USA, and unleash American energy dominance. Trump says Mike Mazzei will fight tirelessly to support our amazing farmers and ranchers, keep our borders safe and secure, stop migrant crime, ensure law and order, and defend our always under siege Second Amendment. President Trump gave conservative Mike Mazzei his complete and total endorsement.
This is Mike Mazzei. I'm honored to be endorsed by President Trump. Like Trump, I won't compromise with the radical left. We'll fight back and win.
Endorsed by President Donald Trump. Conservative Republican Mike Mazzei for governor. Authorized and paid for by Mazzei for Governor 2026.
Congratulations, Paris Burdex of Anadarko High School, Avery Gilbreth of Apache High School, Caitlin Nouse of Carnegie High School, Cody Metz of Binger-Oney High School, Juliana Pappy of Union City High School, and Sawyer Wilrath of Mustang High School. These seniors earned a $1,000 scholarship through CK Energy's Senior Scholarship Contest. Committed to our youth, that is part of the CK Energy commitment.
CK Energy, we light up your life.
Deer Creek Market and Variety in Hydro, the best in friendly small-town customer service, hosting everything from fresh hand-cut steaks, fresh ground beef made in-house, along with fresh fruits and vegetables, grown and made in Oklahoma nuts, candies, salsas, pickles, and more. And don't forget to check out the Variety side, full of unique made-in-Oklahoma gift items. And now, treat yourself to the brand-new ice cream and coffee parlor, your new go-to spot for a sweet scoop or a fresh brew. Shop Deer Creek Market and Variety in Hydro.
Conservative, Republican, endorsed by President Trump, Frank Lucas. I hear over and over, to fight and protect what matters most. So I stood with President Trump and championed the Save America Act to require proof of American citizenship, to prevent illegal immigrants from voting in our elections. And as a grandfather to 3 granddaughters, I oppose biological males from competing in women's sports. I'm Frank Lucas, and I approve this message because protecting elections and the integrity of women's sports in Oklahoma, well, we always protect what matters most.
Frank Lucas has worked with President Trump against the woke, radical, DEI-loving liberals who are trying to destroy our country. That's why President Trump has given Frank Lucas his
complete and total endorsement.
On Tuesday, June 16th, conservative, Republican, MAGA. Frank Lucas for Congress. Paid for by Lucas for Congress.
Looking for quality appliances and furniture? Kluver's Appliances and Home Furnishings in Clinton has got you covered. They now offer financing through 3 trusted banks: Synchrony, American First Finance, and Fortiva. No credit, low credit, no problem. They're here to help you get what you need. Visit them today and follow and like Kluver's Appliances and Home Furnishings on Facebook and Instagram for the latest updates and deals. Kluver's of Clinton. Prices you like and quality you deserve.
Everyone is feeling it. Inflation is causing the price of everything to go up. And State Question 832 will only make things worse. 832 will cause inflation to skyrocket, raising prices even more on essentials like groceries, gas, childcare, and medication. Higher prices squeeze small business, Oklahoma families, and senior citizens on fixed incomes. It's simple. You have the power to stop it and protect all Oklahomans. Vote no on State Question 832.
Authorized and paid for by OCPA.
22 minutes after 7 o'clock, if you just tuned in, you are listening to the Western Oklahoma Wake Up Show, brought to you by Shepherd Home Health and Hospice. And with us this morning is Pat Smith from out at the Heartland of America Heritage Museum. We say Heritage Museum because it has a lot of heritage in it, a lot of things like that. Tell us a little bit about what's going on out there right now. You're doing some things, making some changes.
Yes, we certainly are. We're working on some new exhibits. Of course, we're just about to get in place the wonderful artifact exhibit that we've been working on. And Mr. Dalrymple was so great about donating us his wonderful artifact collection. And so actually, you can already go through and see some of this. We're working on making all of the script for it and getting it totally completed.
I know Bob Blackburn has been a key figure in helping to make some changes out of our museum, and you worked with and Dan Provo as well. You've worked with these guys. Tell us about that.
Yes, they're absolutely wonderful about getting everything in place, and such great leaders as far as history and exhibits. And so I've been working with them again. I worked with them for 35 years prior to this. And such a great team about getting the exhibits in place and actually the correct way to present history to the public as well.
That's so important, isn't it? I mean, we had a really nice museum, and I give credit to Dr. Jim Lovell and Nedra Smith and all those who've worked over the years on the museum, and I could name a lot of them, of which Marion Davidson was one of those. Dolores Davidson has continued to help out there, Marion's wife, and other volunteers that have been very good about helping over the years.
Wonderful volunteers that have done a wonderful job. But as times go on and exhibits need to change to meet the public needs, and we really need something there so the children can really enjoy the history and learn more, because today's a different world. They have hands-on, they want more hands-on, and to actually tell the story of the wonderful heritage here in this area.
So this artifact collection by Mr. Dalrymple, tell us a little bit about what people will see in that.
They will see many different arrowhead collections that he has collected, him and his family, over the years. And we've already had people coming in like yesterday that were just, so excited to see the exhibit. And just really, we received a lot of praise from all the ones that have just stepped in to momentarily look at the exhibit. So I think it's really going to add that they say, it's just wonderful. It's wonderful. It's great to see this.
Yeah, so people are positive about what they're seeing so far, because it just really kind of opened up temporarily while they're working on it.
That's all it is, yes, while they're working on it. And, so excited. They said, this is just wonderful. This museum's really coming along, and they're excited.
So what about some of the other exhibits you're looking forward to having there at the museum in the future?
We're going to actually, after this is through, start a timeline telling the heritage of Weatherford in this area, beginning in the very early days, presenting the artifacts to the public for a very educational manner where they can learn as they go through the different decades.
So what about this cabin?
Oh, the cabin will be wonderful. And people can actually go in and see the cabin, and it will be presented to the public, a wonderful cabin.
How's that going to work?
You can actually go in to it, and it'll be the large part end of the museum. And
where's it coming from?
Right here in Weatherford.
Yeah, it's the Blair Cabin, which is located right across from the post office. And we've got a guy coming in that's going to actually move it. He's going to take it apart and then turn around and put it back together in the museum.
Yes. So it will be a great project, and we're just so excited about it.
What about the you were very involved, most people know, at the Route 66 Museum in Clinton for years, and you retired from the state of Oklahoma.
Yes, I did.
We were fortunate to get you to come to work with us over here at Weatherford at the Heritage Museum. So tell us what we're going to do as far as Route 66 is concerned.
After this exhibit is completed, we'll be working on a Route 66 exhibit on the 4th gallery in the museum, and this will tell about Route 66 in this area and all the way through Oklahoma from the beginning to the end, and will show how Route 66 affected Weatherford and the other areas here when it went through, and how the businesses began to thrive when Route 66 came through our towns.
It's going to have a big map, a great huge map that's going to be lighted the full length of the building,
yes,
practically.
It will, and it'll just be really very vivid and showing how Route 66 is very educational as well for the students and children.
And then a mock-up of an old service station here for years, one located in Weatherford, so
yes,
that's going to be cool.
Which, you know, the service stations along Route 66 were very popular. People did have to stop for gas in the day when they put it in the car for you, right?
That they didn't even think about somebody pumping their own gas. I mean, it's just one of those things that's like, now everybody expects to go put their own gas in the car, but back in those days, man, we jumped out on the drive as a youngster growing up around the service station. They had a bell that would ring when you crossed over the drive, and the guys working there would have to run out to the drive and say, "What do you need?" And back then it was fill it up, maybe with ethyl or regular.
Right, and now of course self-serve, right?
Yeah.
But I can remember pulling in, and gas was what? 20 cents?
Well, 30 cents. I can remember it being around that, maybe dropping down to 28 or so. But, I mean, it got as low as, 19 cents in Oklahoma City. I can remember as a youngster. So
yes, and I had a little Volkswagen.
Can you imagine that, paying 19 cents a gallon for gas?
It's hard to believe we ever did that.
So a lot of renovations then going on at the museum to make it more attractive for people driving down the interstate.
Yes, and when it's completed, we've had a lot of people come in, and they say, we're so excited, we will be coming back when all of this is finished. So they're excited about it.
So you had a lot of connections with people out on Route 66 with your job in Clinton. So how is that helping?
Yes, I had many connections all the way from Chicago to Santa Monica, California. And so a lot of these different Harley groups, and people know that I'm at the museum now, also car groups, many others. And they are going to get it on their agenda to make the Heartland of America Museum one of their stops when they come through Weatherford, as well as the Air and Space Museum.
I know that the mayor of Weatherford, Mike Brown, has worked really hard to make Weatherford not just a one stop during the day place, but a place where people will come and stay all night and visit all of our attractions here at Weatherford.
Right, an actual destination. And many of the people that are coming into the museum now are actually stopping either at the Heartland or the Air and Space Museum, and they will also come and visit the other museums as well.
You've got a great selection just before you get out here on Route 66 stuff.
We make sure and tell them about downtown and everything to see.
What about
your
gift shop?
We have added to the gift shop. We've added many Route 66 memorabilia because it's very popular this year. This is the 100th anniversary of Route 66. And the sales in the museum have really went up here recently. And we're very thankful for that because it's through admissions and gift shop that we actually help keep the museum running, as well as donations.
Exactly. Hey, Pat, thanks for stopping by today. And again, Poker Run coming up a week from Friday. And free hot dogs out the museum.
Right. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Very good. Rick Cook just popped in. We'll be talking to him in just a little bit, but first let's go to state news.
News from the Radio Oklahoma News Network. I'm Ann Roberts. Republican gubernatorial candidate Getner Drummond is now focusing his wrath on the insurance commissioner. State Capitol correspondent Trey Davis explains.
The issue is the high cost of homeowners insurance in Oklahoma. The AG says Insurance Commissioner Glenn Mulready violated state regulations by not conducting a hearing to review rates as outlined in his April 17th letter or issue an order denying it. Mulready also refused a hearing by challenger Bob Sullivan, who requested a similar hearing in early April. Mulready instead set a hearing for September, saying rates are competitive. Drummond says the consequence ensures Oklahoma has the highest rates in the nation.
Early voting kicks off Thursday at county election boards across the state. In-person absentee voting is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thursday and Friday, and from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. More on these stories at RadioOklahomaNews.com. From the Radio Oklahoma News Network, I'm Ann Roberts.
Manufactured career politicians built to serve themselves, like John Eccles. But Jeff Starling, he's not part of the political machine. He's a pro-Trump outsider and an honest broker who puts Oklahoma first. Starling's a husband, a father, pro-life, and a man of faith. In the courtroom, Starling has upheld the rule of law and taken on the tough cases. He stood up for our farmers, our oil and gas producers, and our law enforcement. And Starling will protect the Second Amendment from radical gun grabbers. As Attorney General, Jeff Starling will take back control of Oklahoma farmland from China, protecting what's ours. And Starling will work with ICE to keep criminal illegal immigrants out of our state, because our safety comes first. A political outsider, a trusted pro-Trump conservative through and through. That's Jeff Starling.
Authorized and paid for by Starling for Attorney General 2026.
If you're in the cattle business and need to update your program, don't miss Black Hereford Ranch's 25th annual Cream of the Crop Female and Bull Sale. Saturday, June 13th, 11 a.m. at the ranch near Crawford and on CCI Live. Selling will be 160 fall calving bred heifers, 100 early spring calving bred heifers, 25 pairs with AI calves, 70 AI bred young cows, and 50 20 to 27-month-old herd sire candidates that are ready to turn out. Most all breeds will be represented in volume. For catalogs, go to blackherefordranch.com or call Chris Black at 580-309-0711. That's 309-0711.
33 minutes after 7 o'clock, and with us this morning is Mike Smith filling in for John. You're kind of playing musical chairs over there, right?
Yeah, we are a little bit this morning.
So, that happens, right?
It does.
And you're such a team player, Mike. I mean, you're always willing to do what you can to help, and I appreciate that very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I guess Val did a little too much yesterday, and she texted me this morning, so John moved over to 95.5 The Coyote, and I just slipped in this chair right here.
And so, guess who just popped in the studio?
Rick Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that? Am I good or what?
He can hear you.
Yeah, exactly.
I put on headphones so I could hear you, Mike, because you're so
go.
interesting to listen to.
Well, thank you, Rick.
So how are you doing this morning, other than the fact that you had to get up early?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Your car was here when I got here. So
yes.
I knew that there was something up when I saw your you've got your tag says, what does it say, Bulldogs on the back?
It says Go Dogs.
Go Dogs, yeah.
Go Dogs. Yes.
And that's because Mike is the voice of the Bulldogs.
That's right. That's right. And, we'll have another season coming up pretty soon, Harold. Be September, early September, we start football season.
I can't believe it. I'm excited about the football program.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's really going in the right direction.
It is. We're excited about that. Well, we'll talk more with Rick a little later on in the program.
Okay.
But it's time now for the latest local and area news. Brought to you this morning by Bar S Foods. Mike, take it away.
All right, thanks, Harold. And from the Right Radio News Center, our big story this hour, a Custer County Commissioner talks about recent rainfall in the county. District 2 Custer County Commissioner Bruce Walker discussed that recent rainfall with commissioners during yesterday's meeting.
We got rain in Weatherford, the eastern edge of town. We probably had a little bit of flood damage here and there. When rain comes that quick, it does not behave the same, and it will jump roads and wash things out. So I know along the Blaine County line, we have a little bit of flooding, probably damage there.
Despite the rainfall, Walker says conditions were dry enough for crews to mow on Monday. 2 people were sent to separate hospitals yesterday following a single vehicle crash in Elk City on Country Club near the gun range, says Fire Chief Kyle Travenka.
Crews arrived on scene to find a single vehicle. It was upright with a couple occupants. The vehicle was fully engulfed. Whenever we got there, both occupants had already exited the vehicle. They were both transported. One was transported to Oklahoma City, and the other was transported to Great Plains Regional.
Travenka says the vehicle came in contact with a deer and struck a tree before catching fire. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol identifies the driver as 19-year-old Braxton Don Eugene McHenry. Troopers say McHenry was driving at excessive speed when the incident occurred. Weatherford School Superintendent Mark Harmon provided an update last night on school district finances to the Board of Education.
Our actual cash position as compared to this time last year is down about $370,000. So we'll continue to watch the revenues coming into next month. I predict that our carry forward going into next year, start of next fiscal year, will probably be about $3.1 million. That's going to be down about $500,000.
Harmon says he will have solid figures to report to the Board of Education next month. A harmful insect has landed in the United States. A local county official discusses its possible impact. Kyra Huckabee has that story.
Custer County OSU Extension Director Larry Bryan is warning about a parasitic insect that can cause danger to animals.
Something new that just came about this last week is the New World screwworm. It has found its way to Texas. I said on a conference, we think we will have it in Oklahoma later this summer. That's not no guarantee.
Bryan encourages anyone with animals to be aware of the potential of the parasite infestation coming to Oklahoma. I'm Kyra Huckabee for Right Radio News.
More news coming up next.
Bar S is proud of our long-standing ability to provide quality products across the United States, and we are looking for great team members to help us with our mission. General production workers and maintenance workers are needed. Maintenance pay is based on experience. Bar S offers weekly pay and great benefits. Advancement and promotion opportunities are available for those who work hard and have good attendance. Bar S is a proud supporter of Western Oklahoma. To apply, stop by the plant at 200 Locust in Clinton.
The executive director of the Stafford Air and Space Museum in Weatherford, Julie Lenia, says a date has been selected for the grand opening of the Shooting Star Park across from the museum.
We have Saturday, July 18th scheduled for the big day where we're going to invite the entire public out. We're going to have the fences down and the splash pad going, and everything in the park will be open for the public. We're just wanting everyone to make sure and save the date, and we'll have more details coming out with all the activities that'll be going on that day.
Lenia says more information will be released soon on the activities planned for the grand opening. Southwestern Oklahoma State University President Dr. Joel Kendall recently discussed the number of students who live in dorms on the Weatherford campus.
We still have around 800, 900 students who live on campus. That's not full capacity, but that's pretty full. We'd always like them more to be on campus because we think that's a good experience.
Dr. Kendall says the university renovates the dorms as often as budgets allow. A celebration of life for Right Radio air personality Mark Lance will be held Thursday at 11 o'clock in Cumberland Presbyterian Church in Clinton. Mark had worked for Right Radio for the past 4 years. He died unexpectedly over the weekend. That is KCLI News. Western Oklahoma Funeral Notice is coming up next after this word from Winry Funeral Service and Cremation Center.
In life's most difficult moments, you deserve compassionate care and trusted guidance. At Winry Funeral Service and Cremation Center in Elk City, they honor your loved one with complete in-house care. Owning their own crematorium, there's never any questions to complicate a delicate situation. Your loved one never leaves their care. Winry Funeral Service and Cremation Center, located at 403 West Country Club Boulevard, prides themselves on honoring the past with a progressive future. For more information, call 580-339-8008. That's 580-339-8008.
Funeral services for 96-year-old Patsy Ruth Baker will be held Wednesday at 1 o'clock at Hinton Missionary Baptist Church. Burial will be held in Lakiba Cemetery under the direction of Turner Funeral Home of Hinton. Celebration of life for 20-year-old Alicia Rose Bidwell McDonough will be held Wednesday at 1:30 at Greenfield Baptist Church. She worked as an independent contractor in the healthcare industry. Cremation services were entrusted to Turner Funeral Homes of Hinton, Geary, and Bangor. Graveside services for 96-year-old Billy Mack Anderson will be held Wednesday at 2 o'clock at Sarah Doxey Cemetery. She worked on the farm at Turpin Ranch. Services under the direction of Winery Funeral Service and Cremation Center of Elk City. Funeral notices brought to you by Winery Funeral Service and Cremation Center.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
You bet.
Good job. Lots of local news going on, right?
Yeah, we got a lot going on right now. But
so did you watch the basketball game, the basketball game that was attended by President Trump?
I did not.
What about Luke? Luke, did you watch that?
I did watch it. It was a good one.
Yeah.
It was exciting. Back and forth. Unfortunate that the Knicks weren't able to pull it out.
I thought they might. Were you pulling for the Knicks?
The Oklahoma City Knicks, 100%. No way you're rooting for the Spurs.
I'm with you on that.
Yes, sir.
The only thing bad about it is, really, that San Antonio Thunder, those games, that was down to the wire, and I really was disappointed Oklahoma City didn't get in. So I'm supporting the Knicks as well. Rick, who are you supporting in this deal? Who do you hope wins? Knicks or
I don't like
Antonio?
either one of them, so I guess if I have to toss a coin, it'd probably be the Knicks.
Yeah. I'm usually rooting for the team, or you want to say you were beat by the champion, you want to say you were knocked out by the best, except this situation. I do not want to see the Spurs celebrate another win.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. So, hey, but both of you here, you've got a question for Rick Cook this morning? He just happened to pop in.
Mike, shoot away.
Oh, thanks, Luke. I appreciate it.
You know more about the whole political scene than I do, for sure.
You are going to vote. You are registered to vote, right, Luke?
I am.
Okay, good.
I have a question. Rick, what are your take on the data centers? There's a bunch going around the state. What is your take on that?
Well, I always tell people every one of us carry a phone or have a tablet or something. That data gets stored somewhere. We'd like for it to be stored somewhere safe. We've got to see what all the variables are, though, on electrical cost or cooling costs, whether it impacts water and things like that too. So there's just a lot to be learned. Not absolutely being first is probably best. I know that Oklahoma passed some legislation in 25 to allow them to build their own power systems, their own power plants, which could be fired with natural gas from western Oklahoma, which would be really good. So I don't think they're 100% bad. I think they're 100% reality. They're going to happen somewhere.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. What do you see as the one biggest issue in the next legislative session, Rick?
Me winning the race.
I like it.
I think there's going to be multiples. I think, Oklahoma is a competitive state, just like you guys just talked about basketball. No one likes to finish last or near last in anything, so we've got to all work together. And I really think it's pretty positive that a lot of measures are being done to get phones or smartwatches or tablets and stuff out of the classrooms and get people back to visiting with each other just like we're doing right now and learning face-to-face. And I even saw a commercial this morning on television when I was watching the weather, and they were talking about how much downtime to have from screen time and trying to equalize out those type of exposures, which how it would benefit families and stuff. And so I think, we grew up without them and seem to have done all right.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we're like old and out of date or anything, but they're great tools to have, but it should be considered to be a tool, but it shouldn't be considered a way to communicate. And every one of us has seen social media be abused, and how it can be really demeaning to people, and especially young people that aren't used to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, I know you have to go and take care of some other responsibilities, so thank you for being with us this morning.
You bet. Thank you.